what the fuck is in this?
Yeah, no fucking thanks. Khaleesi definitely was big into those for a while. And when I saw how much caffeine was in it, and everybody said the same thing. It's like, there's a reason they're called Bang. It's like, no, thank you.
Yeah, it like it's not even a comfortable amount of energy. You're just like so wired and like distracted by the fact that you may have just drank meth that that you don't actually get anything done.
I think it was yeah, the 5 hours. I was telling somebody about them the other day. I was like, I take these when I need to take these, especially like when I miss my coffee in the morning. And I swear to God, like these are going to be like the Four Locos or something. There's going to be a time where this is going to come out and they're like, this was so bad for all of you. We're making them illegal. Like we can't sell this to you anymore.
Yeah.
There's something about, I was like, it works every time. Whatever the vitamin and the
Right,
taurine and the
whatever that
caffeine,
combo is, it kicks you up.
it's a good combo, whatever it is, but it's the same thing. It's like, I wonder what's in here that may or may not be like so close to meth, because I shit you not, I took one today. I'm still on that like continuous, and it was at 8 a.m. this morning. It's a
That's
lot.
I'm telling you right now, bangs are worse.
Oh
Like
my God. No fucking thanks, bro. No fucking
it's
thanks.
insane. Yeah, I have asked a couple people. No one has been able to answer if you drink 2 5-hour energies, is that 5 hours of double energy or is it
Or
10
10.
hours of energy? But
I'm not going to be the one to test it. Speaking of which, though, for our Patreon pre-show guys, shout out to you motherfuckers. That's Nick, Keith, and Jamie, Aurora, Corey, Kyle, Karen, and Chuck. We do love the fuck out of you guys. Apologies for the mix-up. Again, it was my fault as usual. And Theron and I were talking. We have to figure out these bugs until they crawl in. We don't know what we've missed, and
right,
I missed it this last time.
eventually they will have to all be squashed. Like just one at a time, we'll get them all. It's a slow, gradual process,
Come
but
on, I sent it. Come on. He was there for 10 minutes. Damn, I'm sorry, Vin. Yeah, eventually it will. Eventually we will get them hammered out. Damn, I bet he's on like a PC, or who was that one guest who had to like download Firefox or something because it wasn't
I
working?
I'm pretty sure it was a Safari issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
On desktop, Safari for whatever reason doesn't work, but if you're on a mobile thing, only Safari works with
That's
StreamYard.
right. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so
Well,
annoying, I guess.
on Apple, because I can use Chrome to get on StreamYard on my phone, but it
Hmm.
doesn't
Oh,
work
for
on an
Android.
iPhone. Yeah.
It's yeah, and that's one thing I wish like they addressed it in the free FAQ, but if you don't get the FAQ link because I send it from a different email, then obviously that's my fault. But I wish StreamYard would figure out
Well,
something
yeah,
for
and
that,
it
because
just like yeah, it feels like something that should be fixed. Like
I wonder if they're coming out with an app soon, because I was thinking about some of the updates they did, and one of which that was the local recording thing. I think would a big reason where it's coming from, now that I've after Morpheus and I talked about it, is for an app similar to like Zoom. So like currently I can do local recordings in StreamYard on the desktop version, and then same thing for you guys. Like it basically just
yeah,
automatically uploads and gives you a cloud option and a local option, which is just a better quality versus a cloud, and in case the internet or something goes out.
yeah, yeah.
But I think that's going to be I think that is a feature that they're planning to put for an app, or when they put an app forward, similar to Zoom, how you have to download the Zoom app and then it opens in the Zoom app instead of on your
Hmm.
browser. I think, hopefully, fingers crossed, that's what StreamYard is doing.
Which you
Yeah.
can just refuse to do that. By the way, that's what I do. I
You
still have
refuse
to
to
do it
open it
on
in
my
the app?
phone. Yeah. So I go to Chrome and I open it, and it's like get the app, and I'm like open as a desktop site.
Psych.
And then it gives me the option to click on I don't want to download your shit, and then
Well,
punches you through anyway,
Zoom
which is the most
has
annoying part
features.
is that like Zoom it works on the website on your phone. They don't let you. Like
Mhm,
it's
mhm.
not
Well,
even that it doesn't work.
that's the thing though about Zoom, is it has features in the app that are good, similar to like the noise reduction stuff and the controls over your mics and all. It is
Good.
I don't like it is good. Yes, there was a reason we don't use Zoom, we use StreamYard, because I fucking hate Zoom. It's still not good enough. But
I will say talking about Google Meet, they have added a ton of features. I found out because that's what I had to
mm,
use when I did that like focus group for Google.
mhm,
And yeah, it was like they had automatic like background masking and stuff. So you could automatically just blur your background, which is what I did, but it also had a
uh,
bunch of like presets and it worked just about as good as that Snap Lens program that I have. Like, I was really surprised.
Hmm. I used it once to talk to Charles Smith, just
Mhm.
offline, and he sent me the Google link. And yeah, I mean, I did it on my phone. It was similar in a lot of ways to like Zoom and StreamYard. It was like sort of the in between. But I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but if I can help it, I always, you know me,
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
no,
what I
like,
like.
what we've got going on here, I think works better,
I
especially
do.
because, like, that stuff works really good for someone who is, like, doing meetings and they kind of know how to get through it. But for,
Mhm.
like, what we do with backgrounds and stuff, OBS works 100 times better
It
every time.
does. It
Like,
does. It
and
does.
it's way more powerful and it gives you just so many more options. Like, and so if you know how to use OBS, then all that Google Meet stuff is kind of unnecessary,
Mhm.
or Zoom or whoever's special features. Like,
I agree. I agree. I mean,
StreamYard has their own green screening feature that I just don't ever at all use anymore because now I
no.
just green screen through OBS.
You know, speaking of OBS, now that I have the computer that is capable now, I'm not maxing it out in terms
Mhm,
of processing power. I think I'm gonna start playing with that more and try it again because I have 2 of 'em. I have the OBS and I have the Streamlabs desktop thing. I'm gonna try
mhm.
both of them and see which one because I now that I've worked out at least some of the kinks, it's might as well, overdue to, start up some new kinks and try some new shit and do some new learning curves, right?
Right? It's time to throw some more bugs in there.
Oh man, come on, Vinny. I sent you the email. I'm sorry, I sent it from the other email you already replied to. Come on, bro. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Hopefully not still waiting and not seeing the email.
No, I definitely. I mean, I replied to the email that he sent us saying, "Hey, I'm on your link."
Right, but I'm just saying, like, what if he's still in the like the waiting room or whatever?
Does it not show you like?
I don't know, man. I we've established that we don't do that.
Yeah, that's true. But it's like, are you on your phone or your desktop? Like, I imagine he's on a desktop with a mic and a camera and stuff. I mean, so I imagine that he's got his email. If he emailed me from, I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, look, we don't have all have two monitors like you, Mr. Fancy Pants.
You'll be proud to know I have 3 now.
Nice.
I got 2 curved for the L-shaped desk that I have now, so I have the curved on
Sick.
that whole corner, and then I have the flat over here that I
Oh,
look
so you
at.
got them like 3 in a row?
Yep, yep.
'Cause see, I
So I
thought you would do maybe like 2 curved flat on top.
I don't hate the idea, but, but I need a stand to, like, mount
You'd have to get a
the.
new arm, yeah.
Exactly, exactly, which are not cheap, but I did start looking at some of those for the camera option, like a 360 version, so I can get a much better angle than what I have right now, and it doesn't have all this stuff in the foreground that's, like, kind of focused on right now versus the background.
I had an interesting idea that I haven't looked into any more than having the idea, but I can't remember the brand, but it's this webcam that has like AI, so it follows you around,
Yes, yes,
so it can
yes.
like track your face and stuff. And I wonder, like I saw it and I wondered for our uses, can we make it reject your face?
That
So
w
anytime it even thinks it's close to your face, it's like, no, no, no.
No, no,
Like,
no. That's actually something to look into. That's not a bad idea. I'm gonna do some research on that one. I'm sure there's a YouTube video out there that has tried something similar. It's
mhm.
like, can you hack the AI in this and have it reject versus accept? I mean, it's the same process. You just have to reverse whatever's going on for it, right?
Right, exactly. Just tell it to avoid this object instead of search for it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
the
mean,
same
yeah.
pattern recognition.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it already has the like software, like the program, the algorithm in place that captures and has facial recognition. So if it has facial recognition running and then reject, I mean, on paper, right? On paper, this all works. Just like everything else we try. On paper, this sounds great. This sounds like
Yeah,
it'll work.
I can definitely think of a few like reasons why it might not be as good as we would like it to.
It won't.
Like, how is it gonna see your face and not show your face at the same time?
It'll just. I mean, I have a solution already, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to try this out. I was gonna say the. Wait, why is this green? I was gonna say the the crop version or the crop not option rather. So I know like depending on the program I have running on the computer determines like how much range the camera has. So it's not like a
Sure, sure.
fisheye or anything, but it has like this is the biggest it goes, right? But I know
Yeah.
like if I
Which
open
it
up
looks really good, by the way. Like, you can just barely see the lights across the ceiling. Like, it's very well framed.
it took me a while. I
You
needed
can
your
you can
expertise.
tell. You can tell this did not happen by accident. Like,
But if I am in a different app, then it stops basically right here on this line, and it stops,
mhm.
let me see. I'm not a weatherman. My arm's not moving where I want it to move.
Right, but it crops in more. It doesn't show the full wide angle.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
that's like one thing where OBS is great. Like my webcam is wider angle, but I just zoomed it in. Like
Mhm.
so
Oh, of course, yeah. But if that was an option for the AI, then maybe you'd start to hit the camera, but you wouldn't see based on what you framed, and then it would start to move.
yeah,
So
but
it
you know
would
the
see
internet.
you.
They'll take 1900 screenshots and like Picasso your face together.
1900 screenshots. What is
Yeah, it's like
no,
how everyone's 3D printing that one guy's friend's ass.
what? I don't
Oh
what
yeah, that's
I have
yeah,
not heard about. Do I wanna know about this? What is
yeah, of course you do.
do
Yeah,
I?
it's just basically on Reddit, on the 3D printing subreddit, this guy posted a 3D print of like a lady's ass and legs. And yeah, the story was that he had some friend who let him like 3D scan her basically, and then that's what he printed out. And so obviously everybody like freaked out and demanded the files.
Oh my god.
Which he asked his friend, and she was like, oh, apparently, it's the internet, who fucking knows? But anyway, so now the file's out there, and everybody's printing that guy's friend's ass.
The fucking internet, man, is wild.
Yeah, it's funny. I've seen like people have made it into like pencil. They've like remixed it into other stuff too. It's not just the sculpt anymore. Like,
Jesus Christ. All
yeah,
right,
the
what am
internet's a wild place. That's my favorite part. Is everyone is like, is this the future of sending nudes?
I
You're just like, hey, let me send you an actual 3D scan of my dick. It'll take like 6 to 8 hours to print out.
I mean, well, not any, as technology progresses, it won't. It won't take 6 to 8 hours. So,
Oh, so yeah, that was a perfect opportunity for you to make a tiny dick joke. So I'm proud of you for going for the technology angle instead.
bro, you know how my brain works. I never get the low-hanging fruit for whatever reason. It was right there, and
For
I
you, I think it would print in like 10 minutes.
God damn it. Should I email him back again? It's been another 10 minutes. Fuck. At this point, we're gonna run out of time for his slot.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. If he's got a 45-minute thing set out, it's like at this point we're gonna have a
Yeah,
15-minute interview.
we're already halfway. Ah, damn. Should I even?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Like, worst thing that can happen is we reschedule.
Yeah. Apologies for the confusion.
I feel like I jinxed it because every time that I post about, oh, we're gonna have a live thing, or is
Ah,
this
I know.
guest, or come join us, I feel like it never happens.
We gotta wait. Once he shows up, boom, then you hit post.
See, I thought I waited long enough by waiting till noon.
God damn it. Fucking hell. See here.
Hey, at
Apologies for
least it's
the
not technically a lie. We are live streaming for people.
We are, absolutely, absolutely. So again, shout out to Patreon. We love you guys. And this is what you
So-
get. This is what you get to see sometimes. It doesn't always work out. I feel like every time I say, like, oh, what's this one new message? I say something about the live stream. Um, it's not that it jinxes it, but it's like, hey, Patreon, like we, we're professional. We swear, and then it's like the only thing they're ever paying for getting is like us troubleshooting shit. It's like, I swear that's not the only live stream we do. We've done quite a few.
we've done others. I
But
got a
it's like,
video capture card. I've thought about live streaming like some games and stuff.
yeah. Well, I mean, if this is a bust, VR? Question mark?
Yeah, I could for a little while. I don't know if I'm gonna have time for a full like Demio campaign. Because my mom, she got like some dental work done yesterday, so I have to
No
go
worries.
check on her.
No worries.
But I'd be down for something for
You
messing
know,
around. Maybe we can finally try out that hand tracking.
let's do it. Let's do it for VR chat. Yeah. I mean, and
Yeah,
Morpheus says he's gonna be a little late, but at this point, he may just show up just for that.
he might just be right on time. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Speaking of Demio, I saw it was like a video that somebody did, but the company made the books. Like they actually made physical books of the story, like for each dungeon, and
oh,
like sent them out to content creators and stuff. So I've been looking to see
S-
like if there's a
so
place we
like
can buy them or
the books for each of the campaigns we've basically run through already, and it's similar to how D&D is set up, where it has like the gameplay in the books, and then you can
yeah.
also
So like
tabletop it.
it's much more of like a pamphlet. Like it's not very thick. I'd say like maybe 20, 30 pages tops per
Okay.
one. But I think it really just has more kind of like information about like the lore and kind of what's actually going on the table while you're playing.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't actually got to look in one of them. Like really, like they opened it and showed a couple pictures where it was like, oh look, the Goblin Queen or
Well,
whatever.
you
But
know what, the only reason I'm like why I'm curious because the first thought I had was similar to like the whole Bionicle stuff where they would like give you like the comic book or something with the movie or whatever. And like neither one really had anything to do. Like it didn't really add to the next thing. Like you were playing with your Bionicle. You weren't like going through the comic book. Like doesn't fucking matter to you. And vice versa with like the movie. It's like you just either
I
watch
mean,
the
some
movie or you
people were like, I was never into the comic books. I read the Scholastic, like the book fair. They had actual books that came
Mhm.
out. That like those were just they didn't have pictures in them. They were just words. I read those.
Oh, I do remember those. But see, that's the thing. It's like those are separate entities versus sort of like D&D. Like the book assists and almost is like required to enhance and get
Mhm.
through the actual campaign for the tabletop. And like I don't know, it's sort of like assisted technology rather
Sure, I
than
get what you're
separate.
saying. It's not like you watch the movie and we're like, I'm gonna reenact that with all the, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
a scene
yeah.
by scene. Like
So for like Demio, I'm curious, is it like assisting the VR gameplay or somehow enhancing it or like giving you
honestly, I think it's just much more of like a trinket, like a novelty.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
just more like, hey, those things that exist in a game, now you can hold it. That's really the
Mm,
value. I
yeah,
don't I I don't think it makes I would be willing to bet it makes absolutely no benefit to the VR game at all.
to the actual
And
gameplay.
and maybe it would help some sort of a tabletop situation
But yeah, so
because
yeah,
they have minis that you can get in print.
I've
Uh
seen those.
and so like I mean, I don't see why you couldn't bring those into a D&D campaign if you wanted to.
Once we get this full immersion, like, not virtual reality, but augmented reality, where we can have Demio going, but we can also see certain things in our surroundings,
Yep.
that will be the game changer between, like, the books, the minis, all of it to just all come in converge at the same point. That will be the shit. Because right now they're very oh, speaking of which, I need to reach out to that. We might have a 4th player. We could literally have 4 of us for one campaign. A dude just got a new VR set. I talked him into it.
Nice.
I got his wife is friends with my wife, so I got my wife to convince his wife to get him a VR set. He had been wanting it for, like, a year plus or whatever. I was like, "Christmas is coming." And this was way,
Do
way
it
back
now.
last year. I was like, "Christmas is, like, coming up," and so apparently he had some, like, disposable funds and he was like this close to grabbing one himself and then
Mhm.
so the wife had to tell him like hey, how about we just wait till like January and then if you still want to buy it then you can buy it sort of like trying to not tell him
Sure.
ruin the
Right, right.
surprise. And now that he's got one he's like asking me he's like so what do I do what I was like bro I got you and he's trying to figure out how to like friend people I was like bro I don't know a whole lot, but I
I have
do
no
know that
idea.
one. I know that one though. I was like, I'll go into VR chat. It's already on the quest, like boom, boom, boom. And then I'll send you a friend request, and boom, now we're friends. And now you can play Demio with us and say, or I can open up a Demio room, send you the invite link, and we got this.
So,
We got this.
so did you send him a friend request for Quest or through VR chat? Because those are two different things.
I have not sent him a friend request at all yet because I haven't
Oh,
been
okay.
on, but I did
Nothing.
explain how it was going to be working.
Yeah, I
And
don't
as you said that, I was like, "Good point. Hadn't thought that far ahead yet."
do. Do you even have like the app on your phone?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, because I was
I
like,
don't
you can
open it.
like send friend requests and stuff from the app too, which
Oh
is like a
shit.
lot easier.
Oh, he did mention that he was having problems like projecting it to the TV, and then I come to find out that he has an Android. So I was like, okay, that I don't know if anybody like I don't know if Theron has come to that obstacle yet, but that he'd be the guy to ask because I don't have an Android. I don't know because like
Well, again,
Apple's so fucking
what you
easy.
just you're mixing. He has an Android TV or
He has an Android phone, and so I told him he definitely has to get the app because I know I had to get the app, and then when
right.
I open it on the app, it was similar to my computer, like, it allows me to either project what's going on my headset to the computer screen or to the TV screen because 'cause I've done it
Yeah,
once,
so
twice
that
before.
that part is exclusively Apple. Because for the rest of us, we need like a Chromecast on our TV to get it to the TV.
Oh,
So like I can
another
look at it on my phone screen
superiority.
and it's right there, but I can't. I mean, I
Ah.
guess I have like a dongle. I could plug my phone through HDMI to the
You're
TV, I
saying
guess.
so many extra things right now, like,
Yeah, it
another
feels unnecessary.
superiority of Apple yet again.
But what I will
Yet
say is
again.
that it even with everything right and having it all set up, the casting still only works like half the time. Pisses me off.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I
No,
can.
if Meta, I've said this a couple times, and I don't know who I need to pitch it to, but if they just made like a dongle, like it's like a Chromecast, but it's just to connect the Quest directly. Like they just talk to each other. There's no
mm,
Wi-Fi network in the middle.
I mean, yeah,
That would be
it's
great. I would buy that. I
simple
would
enough.
spend up to $100 on that probably.
Up
Like
to my maybe 101. My limit is getting up
maybe. Well, I mean, a
$99.99. Like,
Chromecast costs like $30, so
yeah, yeah. But that's the thing. I've never had an issue with projecting. Like if the TV allows Apple Play or Apple Projection, whatever the
mm,
fucking name of it is, no problems. Anytime I want to connect to it, boom, boom, it sees the TV, it sees my phone, and we're done. So anytime I'm doing anything on my phone or computer or tablet or whatever,
sure,
not
sure.
so as long as it's doing it on my phone, because I did notice that one time I won't tell you what I was doing, but
I was sharing, okay?
I was trying to share and there was a slight speed bump with sound, but the visual came through. But I mean, again, there was Apple
Yeah, the
another
sound is
superiority.
there's always like a half-second latency for sure.
Exactly. That's what. So yeah. So I had to turn one down, and I didn't need it on the tablet anyways. So I just needed it coming out of the TV, so it didn't matter. But
Right?
it didn't matter. All right, let me email him. Yeah, because we've missed our slot window. So I'm just gonna apologies for confusion. It appears the emails got crossed. We've addressed the issue mix up, which I'm gonna do right now in the Google Calendar. And what? We've addressed the issue mix up and would how would I say this? Because I want to reschedule with him.
Right, yeah,
Um, and
we regret that we weren't able to make it, that it didn't come together. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, suck his dick. Like,
address the issue and um. Yeah, because I don't want to say regretfully. This is what I go through every time I'm emailing like a higher up. I'm just like, normally if it's a junior, I'll just be like, we fucked up. Like I don't have to give two shits
yep.
about what the email looks like. I'm just like, yeah, this was a fuck up, or you fucked up, we fucked up. Here's how we're gonna fix it. But when it's somebody actually give a shit about, I'm just like, all right.
Ah, damn it. Yeah. How do I address this?
How do I PC address this? Although Morpheus still isn't here either. Let me
That's
see
true.
here. Apologies for confusion. It appears email got crossed. Address the issue mix up and would love it. There we go. Would love it. Eternally grateful. Love it. I love it. Simple enough. I don't need to suck his dick that
Eternally
much.
grateful sounds like too much. Yeah. It sounds like you're fucking tickling the balls while you're at it, Like
this is a simple reach around. I don't need to do anything
exactly.
else.
Yeah, this is it's just standard procedure, okay?
Exactly. Yeah. Let's keep it standard procedure. I would love it if we could reschedule. But this is also I'm not gonna point fingers or anything, but this is why we have a 3-hour block. So that if something like this happens, which we have had happen in the past, we couldn't get the dude's mic to work, and then we finally got it, and it was like an hour into it. I
Yeah.
think I can't
And then
remember
we
which.
still had a great episode.
Exactly, because we slotted the time for it. Not just saying. So that is a huge downside to the 15-minute rule, Gary V. That's all I'm going to say is if shit hits the fan, which sometimes it does, you can't really pick up the pieces.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're Gary V, you just take that 15 minutes yelling at the other guy to fix it, and then
Yeah, that is true.
that's it. You resolved it in 15 minutes, as far as you're concerned.
There is I guess a level you can get to, like an Elon Musk or a Gary V level, where you have the 15 minutes, and if it is a problem, it's not your problem. That is fair. And I admit this was my problem.
Right.
I'm
just using my 15 minutes to delegate the problems.
That's so weird, though. I mean, so many people haven't had the issue before. Like we've been able to troubleshoot this. I need to take off that Google Meet and put in. I'll just put in quotes StreamYard to come, or StreamYard link to come, and then I need to have people responding to the scuttbutt rather than this scuttlebutt. But that's never been an issue. It's never an issue. It's just that it's because he clicked the Google link, and so that is 100% what I need to take off first, is take the Google link out of the options.
Right, exactly. Just take that out of the equation.
Yeah, because then there is no link for you to click and be incorrect in. Address the issue. Mix it up if we can reschedule with you.
Plug in my headset to top it off because it's pretty charged, but I did work.
Oh shit! Speaking of it, yeah, let me do that with mine as well. Oh, it is. It's already plugged in. Never mind. I have a habit of that now, of just like keeping it plugged in. We have address the issue. Mix everyone love if you could reschedule with you.
Yeah, I'm just constantly paranoid about like A, fucking the battery life, and then B, I've seen enough of them with melted ports.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then it might be a good excuse for a VR Pro or whatever, the Quest Pro upgrade. But knowing my luck is like, it won't happen just because that's on my back burner. It's like when I can afford something, nothing goes wrong. But then, of course, right as we're about to start recording a fucking podcast, it breaks on me. That's when it fucking happens. Not when I had the money to go grab a new one.
Right. And the time.
Or the time, yeah. And then when I went in, they're like, yeah, it'll be like a 24-hour process. 48 hours later, we're still doing stuff. So, and then a week later, it finally gets fixed. Not even a fucking 48-hour turnaround. They were just like, oh, we meant 24 hours.
Porn on a computer.
He was like, nah, it's when I quoted you for 24 hours, that was for a 24-hour diagnostic. And we unfortunately just couldn't get to you in that 24-hour for the 24-hour diagnostic. I was like, you motherfuckers.
Didn't even give any lube first.
Nah, they were just like, well, if you want it fixed, you had to leave it with us. I mean, we can go in the back and grab it, but it hasn't been touched yet. It's like, you motherfuckers.
Right, but I can guarantee it still won't work.
More apologies. We often say, if we didn't have bad luck, we wouldn't have any. Occasionally, we would have none. Let us know how we can. Let us know when we can figure out. We do hope to hear from you again. There we go. We do hope to hear from you again. Because just between you and me, Theron, I'd never get that upset when this shit happens. And because like every now and then on Podmatch, somebody will reach out on behalf of the guest profile. Like it's not even the person guesting. And
like
when that happens,
or something.
Exactly. Yeah. Like an agent or a manager or whatever. And anytime that happens, like, okay, that's fine. I know there's plenty of people out there who have agents and managers who do that. And therefore they created the profile on their behalf in Podmatch.
Right.
Okay, cool, whatever. But it's like, it does instantly put me into like a certain mindset of like, if you really think you're that big a deal, like I've never heard of you. And so if you're really a Gary V level, I really doubt you'd be on Podmatch. So we're all on Podmatch. Let's all be human. Let's all be
fair. Yeah, you know, I'm assuming that Joe Rogan doesn't have a Podmatch profile.
He does not have a Podmatch profile. So yes, like if we're all on Podmatch, let's like be at the same level and treat each other at the same level. So if you're already coming to me like that, and then if you know what I mean, because this has happened before with guests, they just ghost me. It's like, all right, whatever. There's 700,000 other people on Podmatch still that I can still connect with and connect.
Yeah,
there's
no
point
in getting butthurt about it for sure.
Yeah, just between you and me, I never care. Every time it starts to happen, I'm like, I'm not going to apologize any more than this. I sent you the sorry, and I sent you the desire to reschedule. The rest is up to you.
Right from there, the ball's in your court.
Yeah. We hope to hear from you again. Hope to hear from you. We hope to hear from you soon. Not again, soon.
Right, that's a passive aggressive one I always tack on at the end. Looking forward to your reply. Damn, that sounded nice.
Oh, you heard that garbage in the background? They do it on purpose right next to this goddamn apartment complex. It's because it comes right off. So the freeway, I mean, you've seen it. The freeway exits right there. And so as soon as they exit, they hit this little, it's not a straightaway even. It's just like a small loop with no lights. And they just jam it every fucking time before
Every
they get to the
time.
next. I fucking hate it. Every fucking, and same thing with ambulances, because again, it's like this back loop that doesn't have the lights, so you can escape 4 or 5 lights to get to the same
Yep, it's like the
destination
shortcut
on
for
board.
people who wanna go fast.
Oh, I fucking hate it. Yeah, I fucking hate it. So yeah, ambulances twice a day, every day come through here, or fire trucks or something. Always use this fucking road. Hate it.
God damn it, those dying people, can't they just wait at the lights?
Yeah. Well, anybody who's out of town doesn't know about it. So anybody going through there knows there's no cops back there either, because it's all apartment complexes. So cops
Mhm.
can't sit in the parking lot of an apartment complex to pull you over. So it's just like 4 or 5 apartment complexes down this one street with no lights on it. What happens? You get the fucking chargers and you get the ambulances
Yep.
every fucking time.
I mean, that's what I'd do, so
I can't complain. I can't
yeah, I'd
really
be right there with
fault
them,
him.
so
Say we don't would have not. We hope to hear from you soon, Scuttlebutt crew. All right, there we go. Send. Done.
not gonna sound the bad boys of podcasting.
No, I always sign it when it's from any of the Scuttlebutt emails is Scuttlebutt crew. Sometimes, occasionally in the heading, it'll put like Hermes tack Scuttlebutt whatever,
Mhm.
and it's like I know I have to go into Google and take off my name as part of it. It's like fuck it, doesn't goddamn matter
Yeah,
that
whatever,
much.
like
All right, now let's go while I'm thinking of it now, since I just sent that. Let's go to the
let's make some adjustments.
yeah, let's go to the Google Calendar, the Calendarly whatever podcast slot, edit, and let's take off. And like I said, I swear I did that. Okay, so it says here description StreamYard link. So it's not in there. It's probably in the Google Calendar it's connected to.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think that's
Let me
what it
go
is.
look at the email.
I bet that's what it is. Connected to events. Hell, I can take this off and put that one on there if I need to. Manage your Google account, manage others. So wait, do I have to open that up here? Oh boy, man,
I don't even looking at the calendar link. It says where StreamYard link. I don't even see
well,
anything about Google Meet anywhere.
in where so maybe it's Podmatch then, because so let me see what
And this is one
Podmatch.
that you sent out on Tuesday.
Right, but he was replying to right here. He was replying to first. He sent me an email to the Scuttlebutt Podcast 0 Gmail, and it says confirming we are only recording from 3 to 4:45 Eastern on the 12th. And he says video call and learn more. Wait, did I schedule through him? And was he trying to send me a link? Bro, he's all kinds of fucked up if that's the case. Because let me look through our messages. Because I do remember there was 1 or 2 people that were like, "Oh, I can't schedule for the 3 hour. Do you mind scheduling with us?" Yep, that's what it was. Have you record Tuesday or Thursday? Here's what I have available. And I said, no worries. I schedule with you. So that was just to block your calendar. I wasn't going to use your Google Meet. Yeah, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Well, mystery solved.
Yeah. So it wasn't even me.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids and your dog.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't even me. Son of a bitch.
Right?
Okay,
Doesn't it kind of suck that makes you feel worse?
Yeah, it kind of does actually. It actually, now that you 100% makes me feel worse, because it's like, no, I covered my bases.
Because there's nothing, at least the other way, we're like, all right, let's make a checklist. Let's go through. Here's all the things we need to change.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, well, just fuck. Like,
No, yeah, there's nothing else I could have done. And I'm even going to triple check by going into my desktop version of Google account for the Scuttlebutt 0, which is the one that's connected both to Podmatch and to our calendar link. And I want to see if it has any options for a Google Meet. And I'm looking in the settings and it's turned off. Yeah, it's turned off. organizer, 30 minutes before, Scuttlebutt podcast, meet Google, join with Google Meet. Okay, I see one thing here that I can take off. Manage Google Meets. I never want. All right, there we go. So I can turn it off individually, or I can add them
Manage Google
individually.
Meets to the brig.
Yep. No more Google Meets. Never again Google Meet. So how can I set that as my default? Let me triple check that, because I definitely want that as a default. So that should be my default there. Add Google Meet video conferencing. All right, let me turn this off. Let me save that. More actions, save to default. Publish event, save. Would you like to send update emails existing? Yes. No. Because nobody else needs to see that. Don't
Right,
send.
because this typically isn't a problem.
Yeah, nobody else needs to see that I just changed the default. And now I will double check by reopening my Google Calendar app, and let's see if the next one has it. It does not. It simply says event, podcast, slot, location, StreamYard link. Boom. Okay. So nobody else had that issue. And again, the only reason this one had that issue is because I scheduled using the Scuttlebutt Zero email account, Google account, in his calendar that he had sent me the link for his 45-minute slot. It wasn't because I sent him, or because he scheduled with us, or because I sent him a link or anything. So now the only thing is, in the future, if that ever happens again and I schedule with somebody else using that email, it will never allow me to offer a Google option. Damn, that was way too many moving parts. That is way too many moving parts.
That was a lot for that.
I mean, come on, dude. Like, whatever. Like, you reached out to us asking to come on. Like, we said we could do it, schedule with us. You said you couldn't do 3 hours. You fucker.
Hermes is getting tilted now.
Little bit, man. Little bit. We're still live streaming, so everybody just saw us do that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I knew that, but I was wondering, that's like that. Hey, this is a real behind the scenes, you know?
It is 100% real behind the scenes. And that's what happens. Sometimes this is the show you guys get. All right. This is what happens. And, apologies, not apologies, but Patreon, like, this is why we love the fuck out of you guys, because, we trust you and we care about you. And you know what? I know each one of you, as if you do podcasts out there, I know this fucking feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows this fucking feeling. Even if you're not podcasting, even if you're just in charge of scheduling with people, you know what it's like to schedule with somebody. Everything looks like it's good, and then this fucking happens.
If you've ever been on Tinder, you know what this feels like.
Tinder. Fuck you. Okay, we're done here. Fucking hell. All right, I'm going to close this down. I sent him the apology email, and we'll reschedule if he reschedules. Well, I'm glad I didn't have to start a local recording and that I didn't have to delete. So I will.
Yeah, that's true. I never even started up Audacity.
Yeah. So I'll just, for the next guest on Saturday, we have 2 of them. I'll just place their name in this slot that Vinny is currently on. It'll still be the same episode. So I'm already reset for that. So I'll save, close down GarageBand. And now that I can no longer hear myself, I still see that I'm coming through, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
no, we're good. No, we're good. The only thing GarageBand allows me to do that everything else running right now doesn't allow me to do is to monitor my own voice for levels and stuff. But I can also see the levels up here, and I see that it's coming through and all that crap. I just needed to hear myself and hear the music for the intros through GarageBand.
He does, in fact, talk to hear himself speak.
Well, if I could do the intro, because I tested this, I even thought about that too. I was like, the only thing I need to hear monitoring coming through this for is the intro, so that I can time and welcome, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I need. And I could have headphones coming in out of here into here, but then I couldn't hear you guys in StreamYard. So I was like, well, I could swap the headphones like mid intro. I was like, no, let's figure out how else to do this so it comes through the computer altogether. And I finished it. So Patreon, I mean, you guys got this isn't a show, this isn't a pre-show, this isn't an after party show. This is just
just raw scuttlebutt experience,
I'll put
not the
that in.
show, but being a part of the podcast.
You are the recruits, all right? If you guys
Yeah.
take up some of the, I don't know what we're recruiting you for, but if you take up any
Anybody
possible task or
wants to be a
job.
summer intern at the Scuttlebutt podcast.
Isn't that for Nightcrawler, right? He's like, a lot of young people are taking unpaid positions to get their foot in the door. That'd be something I'm willing to do. If you
Yeah.
find yourself in Jake Gyllenhaal's shoes in the Nightcrawler, guys, this is what it's going to take. Okay, sometimes you get a little peeved with guests and scheduling and whatnot. So, hopefully, Vinny just got 45 minutes to himself, and now that has come and gone, Theron, VR.
Yeah, dude, sounds good to me.
All right, I'll end this here. Again, love the fuck out of all of you guys, Patreon. That is Nick, Heath, and Jamie, Aurora, Corey, Kyle, Karen, and Chuck. We love the fuck out of you guys. That does it for this raw, uncut, behind the scenes. Maybe I'll change the title to this. Signing off now. If any of you have
Scuttlebutt raw uncut.
I
See,
think we
that's a
should go.
clickbait title right there.
Right. Hey, I can give you the video for this as well. We didn't do anything that says we can't. So this could be like a nice little clip learning, or this is definitely clip worthy right there. Raw and uncut as you're
That's
saluting.
true.
As you're saluting. But anybody has VR, go join us over there. We're gonna go be in VR chat. Oh, I heard an
Yeah, get
email, but I'm
online,
not gonna
Heath.
answer it. Yeah, Heath. See you guys. I'm gonna head here and I'll text you, Theron.
All right, man, I'll hit you up.